Hey girl, hey, welcome to today's video. I am so glad that you clicked on it and joining me for what I got my kids for Christmas 2024. I can't believe I'm sharing this already. It's like the year has flown by, but I know Christmas is gonna get here even faster. So I'm like, we're just gonna get ahead of things because the last few years I've said I was gonna do that and I didn't. And this year I'm making a point of it, and me and you, we're gonna be on top of it. We're not gonna be last minute. It's not gonna be December 23rd. We're like Amazon priming our kids gifts in here, but we are gonna go ahead and get it done. So I wanted to share both what I got my kids for Christmas as well as things that they use and play with every day that I'm like, these are awesome presents. And if it's something that your kids don't have and you're looking for a gift, these are some great options, and also some options that aren't toy related. And so giving some of that as well. But if you are excited, you're ready, or you need to get started on your Christmas shopping, go ahead and click that thumbs up button and let's jump into today's video. So the first thing I wanted to share though is to make a note on your phone. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can find Christmas present apps. You can just use the notes on your phone and have a Christmas present note list and write out what you're getting for each kid. That way you can know and kind of reference that and know what you've already ordered for them, what's come in, and what maybe you're waiting on. You can kind of have little notes for each item, but it just lets you know, like if you're in the store and you see something and you're like, oh, do I need kid number 2 to have another item? I've already bought a lot for them. And you can kind of see what you've already done and the damage you've already done, because sometimes in the busyness of the holidays it's hard to remember everything you've bought and everything that you've already checked off your list, or maybe you haven't, or you're like, oh, I thought I ordered that but I didn't, I just looked at it and then I got distracted. Me, hello. So I've totally done that before, but this has been a really helpful thing to do. And as I'm actually in the store, maybe physically shopping or even shopping online, I can reference this, and it's been a huge help. So wanted to pass that little tip along first thing in the video, so you're not like, I forgot I even bought this. And you can also even put on there, if your kids aren't old enough to like get and find the note and find where you hid their presents, you could also make a note of like where you hid their presents, whether it's like under the guest bed or in the closet, or I put those in the attic, or they're at grandpa's house, or like whatever the case is for you, and like wherever you need to hide your kids' presents. But just some tips there to begin with. Now for what I got my kids for Christmas, I set a $250 budget overall for my 2 girls. I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, so gonna be giving some gifts based on those 2 kind of age ranges. Yes, I do have little girls, but a lot of these are really, you can use them for a little girl or a little boy. They are kind of gender neutral, I guess, of Christmas gifts that any kid can play with and would absolutely love. They're not like all princesses and Barbies, so don't worry if you're like, wait, you got girls. Are these gonna be good ideas? It's not all pink, I promise. But let's jump into the first box of goodies that I got. Also, I would suggest not falling prey to waiting for Black Friday before you start your Christmas shopping, because the last few years I have found this, and I know a lot of other people, I've even read like articles of things of people that you actually spend more on Black Friday for items, and you can find deals earlier on or after Black Friday that are better than the deals. Everybody hypes up Black Friday like, oh, it's the best deals of the year, but it's actually not. It's like one of the most mediocre shopping days as far as what you're getting and the kind of sale you're actually getting. It's really not that great. So wanted to share that. I know when I'm filming this, Amazon Prime days are coming up on October 8th and 9th. I have had way better luck with those days than I have waiting until Black Friday. So I'm just saying, sharing some tips. I'm all for saving money. Like, I don't want to spend $5, $10, $20 extra on an item when I could get it cheaper and go ahead and get it done. So just a thought. And one last thing before I jump into the box, I do have links down below for all of the items that I can find. That way you can do some quick shopping. It is an affiliate link, so I do make a small commission, which I greatly appreciate, but it doesn't charge you any extra. I just went ahead and found it for you, so I'm actually saving you time, and we're besties like that. Love you, girl. So here we go. First things first, the Picasso tiles. My kids actually already have this set, and I'm buying them another one. We got it for them, I believe, last Christmas, and they have loved it. We have found so many ways to like use these. You can look up even ways on Pinterest if you're like, oh my gosh, like all we do is build castles. There are tons and tons of little things that you can do and crafty, creative little ideas to use these Picasso tiles. So we're getting another set so we can like do more. We're wanting more of like the big pieces because we're gonna do like skee ball on the stairs with like little soft softballs, and like got some really cool stuff, but I'm like, we need a few more tiles. So we're excited for these. I think I'm just as excited, I think, as my kids will be for playing with these, but you know, these are one of the few things. And again, this could go boy, girl, you could do, they've got different colors. So these are great, the little magnet tiles, whatever you want to call them. Next up, kind of in that same vein, is this little set. It is a tile road set. So you can kind of put this together and they can build roads for their cars. You can build buildings with the regular tiles, add this on. It's a small set, so it's not a bunch of extra tiles, but this is another thing that you can add on. Oh, and another great thing that they have with their magnet tiles are these cars. So they're little magnet tile little bases, and you can add blocks onto them to kind of like build little cars, or they can do boats, or like they can create all kinds of things with these. And so we also have those that my girls love, and they were really inexpensive. I think they were less than 10 bucks for the set. Next up is this ant maze. So you have one that is for numbers, and so they have to take the color of the little ball, and it is magnetized, so they have to drag it into matching them. And so there's different numbers 1 through 10, and so they can work on their both kind of coordination and finger skills and everything of getting them there. So it's like a little game and works on their dexterity and stuff, but it's also teaching them how to count and organize by color. So it just kind of helps with that. And then they also have on the flip side the alphabet as well. So they're like matching the tiles to the alphabet. So I got this for the girls. I figured this could be kind of like a shared gift that they can both use. And I feel like is educational and fun, so it kind of gives them a little bit of both. And this would be great. You could throw this in the car for a road trip if you are doing any holiday traveling. If you didn't want to save it and have it as a Christmas gift, you could even use it for travel. So that would be pretty cool, but I think my girls are going to love that. Got this for Miss Bella. She loves this. She got one for her birthday, and we ended up, I didn't catch it, and she left the markers open for a couple days and they dried out, and we like tried to like revive them back to life, and we couldn't. And you can't just buy the markers, so you have to buy the whole set. And she is loving cats right now. She's like in a kitty cat phase, and she's loving it. So I got her this little bath scrubby cats, so she can actually color these, and she will sit and color them like every square inch for forever. She'll color them, and then you can put them in the bathtub and it washes off. And so you can do it over and over and over again, which is pretty cool. But she loved that, so I'm like, well, I'm just gonna get her another one for Christmas because she loved it so much for her birthday. We're just gonna go with a Christmas gift and just kind of switch up the style and design. Also, I'm gonna be doing a separate stocking video, so you'll definitely wanna click that red subscribe button and even the bell notification. That way you can know I'm doing lots of Christmas content over the next few weeks between decorating, shop with me's, hauls. We're doing Christmas wrapping. I'm wanting to do a wrap with me. We can kind of chat and do a Q&A, and then also doing some gift guides. So if you're interested in that, stockings, all that fun stuff's coming. So click that red subscribe button. Would love to have you in my virtual Christmas fam and as my virtual cleaning bestie the rest of the year. But let's get into another box. Okay, so this is like actually the other box. I did, like I said, I set a $250 limit, which for some people may be like, oh my God, you spent $250 on your kids' Christmas presents. And then some of you may be like, oh my God, I can't believe you spent only $250 on your kids' presents. So I don't know, wherever you fall in that window, it is what it is. You just have to find whatever works for you and your family. But one of the things I got for Lucy is this little helicopter. She has been wanting a helicopter, remote control helicopter, for months now. So we've been like, okay, anytime we see something in the store, we'll be like, let's take a picture of it, or let's put it on your wish list. And when she talks about it, I'm like, okay, we'll put it on your wish list and we'll see what we can make happen. Obviously we can't get everything on your wish list, but we'll pick some things from your wish list, and some of these things are things from their wish list. So we got that, and then I got Bella this little Tony. We didn't like go out and buy every Tony available when we first got their boxes. So like for birthdays, holidays, something like that, we will get them a new Tony, and she is loving Thomas the Train. I want to get Lucy the Lion King Simba one because she is loving Lion King right now. Like that is, she loves the like Lion Guard movie, so I'm thinking like she knows Simba from that, and so I'm hoping she would like the Lion King one. But these are really cute, and they're a great screen-free way. I'm not going like purposefully screen free with my toys and things that I've got for the girls, but it is just, it's kind of nice to do something that's not stimulating for them and not stimulating for you. So these have been great. Got a little look and find book. Again, this would be great for travel as well. This one is a Minnie Mouse version, but they have look and find books for just about every character under the sun, that you have the little pictures over here and you just have to find them in the book, which I think is really cool. And then got Lucy a Where's Bluey version of that. And so it's got all the little characters and they just have to find the characters in the book. And then last but not least in this box, and I have one last thing that's like their big present, but this one is again from the Picasso Toys. This is not sponsored by them, by the way. I just ended up liking a lot of the stuff that they made, but this is great for them learning how to write. And so the little magnetic balls will pop up. They can write with these and be able to kind of practice tracing, and they can do it over and over and over again, because as a 3 and a 5-year-old, that's something they're working on right now. And we do homeschool, so this works great, and I feel like it's very both educational and fun toy. We can let the grandparents and other family, cousins, they can all do like the super fun toys and get them another Paw Patrol for their collection and like all the things. But as far as like from us, we were like, I just kind of want low-key, educational, fun. We're gonna get a lot of longevity out of these toys kind of thing. So this is another one of those little pieces. On one side it does have the alphabet in uppercase, and then it has the alphabet in lowercase on the other side. So I think these are going to be great, both educational and fun. And then last but not least, their big gift that we got them is this thing. So it is a pink, I think it's called a Pinkler something, but it's got the little triangle, like the little ladder that they can climb up. It has got a arch. It's like, it's really cool. And it was right around $100. So I didn't feel like that was too bad, especially heading into the winter months. We can't really go as much to the playground when it gets cold. And sometimes you just, it's so messy and mucky and dirty and messy. And we're just like, yeah, no, we're just not feeling it today. And so this is a great thing that they can play with. I feel like we'll get a lot of longevity out of this one, and I just think they're gonna have fun, and it'll also burn off some energy, so that'll be nice. We'll just be having like ninja warrior battles in our living room now. Before I jump into things that my kids though do have and love, I did want to share a couple of suggestions for those that may be shopping for kids that they're like, I don't really want to get them more stuff. This is a great option, and everybody talks about this, but a zoo membership. That is always a great one. If you have a zoo in your area, having that, as long as you go 2 or 3 times a year, they usually pay for themselves really quickly with a membership, especially if you got a family membership. And that can be a great present to either buy your kids yourself or to have grandparents purchase for them. Just be like, hey, we're not wanting a bunch of gifts. I don't, if you want to put, like, give them money towards this, like they can have something small to unwrap, but if you want to give $50 towards it or $100 towards it or whatever, is put money towards their zoo membership. Another great thing is play areas, play spaces. So we have like children's museums and things in our area where you can go and play. They have subscriptions, they have monthly like routine things, or you can buy like a year package for your family. And that's another great thing. It's just a great thing to have on hand when you're like, I gotta get these kids out of the house, especially if you're a stay-at-home parent and you're there, like you're at home a lot. So it's nice to be able to load them in the car and go somewhere that's already paid for. You're not having to buy stuff throughout the year. You just already know that is done, and like we can pop in whenever we want. We can have a once a week play date of, we pack peanut butter sandwiches or whatever you like to do, but pack some sort of lunch and take it and go to the children's museum. And so being able to like get out and go is awesome. Like just kind of get out of the house, get some fresh air, see real people. You know, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or like myself and you are a work from home mom too, it's like human interaction is a wonderful thing. So those are just a couple of things that you can also save towards a vacation and doing things like that. I know families that they will save, and that was us a lot before, is we would buy smaller gifts and put it towards experiences and doing things with our family instead. So depending on like what kind of budget you have for your kids, you could potentially spend that in a hotel for a weekend away and do some sort of Christmassy fun weekend versus buying a bunch of toys, and you've made memories that are literally going to last forever. I love obviously going to Disney, but sometimes you may want to go somewhere else. Here in Tennessee, we have the Biltmore Estate, which is absolutely beautiful at Christmas time. We have Gatlinburg, and we also have Opryland Resort in Nashville, which has beautiful things. They have the ice displays, and I know other states have other Christmassy activities that are so fun. And just being a tourist in your own state can be a lot of fun and a great way to make special memories with your family, whether you give it as a gift from yourself and like it's to your kids and you're doing it instead, or if you have grandparents that you're like, hey, instead of buying the grandkids gifts, why don't you just take us all out for the weekend and have some fun? So whatever that looks like, but those are just a few ideas that I did want to share that are kind of non-traditional gifts, not presents under the tree necessarily, but they are really, really fun experiences. So wanted to share that, but let's jump into some of the things that my kids absolutely love. Bouncing off of the last thing I got them, which was that Pinkler set. I think I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right. But the little play set, bouncing off of that is the Nugget. So we have the actual like Nugget couch, which is I think the original like thing of that. I know there's a bunch of different ones these days. Our kids love it. But honestly, I have one of the Disney styles. But if I had it to do over again, I love my Disney print. Like, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I would just buy one of the cheap ones off Amazon that gets really good reviews, really good ratings. Parents love it. It's easy to wash. Like, you can do all the things, but you're not spending all that money on it. So you can save $100 or so by doing it that way. These are also things that you could probably find on even Facebook Marketplace. So if you're looking for a good deal on a higher end, more expensive thing like that, you could probably find them there too. So if you're looking for different like budget friendly options, checking there. But I will have one. If I was buying one, this is the one I would buy, and I'll have that linked below. So it is awesome. Another thing that we have loved starting to get for the girls are board games. This first one is the Keepy Uppy game, which they love. My kids are in a huge Bluey phase, so we love the Bluey in our family. And so this is a fun one, and you have to like hit the little pedal to be able to keep the balloon in the air, and it's cute. It's really fun. My girls love it. There's not a lot of like strategy or whatever to it, but they have a blast. Another one is the Shadowlands game. This one goes in and out of stock all the time. If it is in stock, I will link it below. But it is amazing. My kids love it. It's just very simple. Again, we're not doing a lot of strategy. It's just twisting the little palm tree and following the map. But it is, my kids love it and want to play it all the freaking time. Like, they absolutely love this game. And then a fan favorite is Candyland. We have the Disney theme park edition, but you can totally get the regular Candyland edition. I think you can only get this one at Disney World or Disneyland, like at the parks. But it is super cute, and either way, whether it's that version or the regular Candyland version, it's really a really cute game. And so I would love to, if I get the kids anything else, I would love to do like a Chutes and Ladders or different things like that that are more kid-friendly board games that also bring us together as a family. And that's the thing I love about those, is we can have a pizza night and be like, okay, we're gonna have family game night, and make those memories. Like, that sounds so silly, and I'm like, I don't know why people do that, but now that I'm getting like sentimental about my kids slowly growing up and spending time with them, I'm just like, I get it. And it's also a great way to make memories with your family, with your kids, is having those, because they will be such core memories that your kids can look back on and be like, man, that was so much fun. And I've even heard of some families where their kids go off to college and they literally want to come back every month for family game night. Like, that is how monumental it is in their life and spending time with their family. So I just think that's sweet. I don't know where I'm going with that fully, but that's just one of those things. Next up is this flower set. Now, I've also seen like monster truck building sets and all this kind of stuff. So if you don't have somebody like in your life that wants to play with flowers, if they're interested in other things, but this is so cute. It builds like this little garden, and they can customize that. And literally my girls will play with this for an hour or more, which is insane to me, but they will literally sit there and build it and share flowers and play back and forth, and it's really cute. And it's usually on sale like every Prime Day, like all the time it is on sale. So it's super cheap. It does have a lot of pieces. So there are some like little pieces, like little stems and things you may just want to take out for your own sanity. but I just keep mine in this little zip up bag, and so the girls can toss it back in here. And it's also something like if we need to take something somewhere, I can easily throw this in a suitcase, I can pack it, and they've got an activity that I know they're gonna play with. If we're like having to go somewhere and they need to play with something in the hotel, that can work for that too. But next up, the Pirate Mickey ship. My girls love this, love playing with this. They'll ask me to turn on the TV show and they'll get it out and they will play with it. It is the Funhouse little pirate ship, but they seriously love this thing. It does a lot of different stuff, and it even, let me see if I can make it do its thing. It will even shoot the water cannons. So it does that little fun feature, but my kids love doing like pretend play with this. So this one is super, super cute. Another thing that they love is this little bluey, it's like a multiple toy thing. So it is an airplane, but then I don't want to open it up because it's got all the pieces in it. And we like close it and then shove all the pieces down on the top, which I love. That is also great because it makes pickup easy. So you just put the plane and everything back together and then you can put it in there. But it comes with like a pool and all these different little activities, like things with it. And then we have like the car and whatnot that we can play with it. That it literally separates out. It'll be a beach island. It can be a boat. It can be like all these cute little things. The girls got it for their birthday and they have loved it. So, and I love, it's easy to pick up and clean. Like it all kind of compacts back together. And then any toys that we have and figurines and characters, we can just toss back inside. So it's really nice. Playing off of though the fact that I got them Tonys, the Tony box. My girls love this thing and they love playing with their Tonys. They will dress up like characters and be able to listen to the stories and hear the songs. And they have so much fun with this Tony box. It is awesome. And I love that it's a great way to get them off the TV and be like, hey, we're not gonna do that right now, but you can listen to your Tony box. So we have actually 2 of these. Each girl has their own, and that way they can kind of go in separate rooms and be able to play with them if they want to. But it is amazing and has been well worth every penny that we spent on it. I thought it was gonna be so overhyped, to literally the point that I rented one when we were on vacation somewhere. We did like a baby equip rental for some baby gear while we were traveling, and they could rent this for like $5 for the entire trip. So I'm like, for $5 we'll try it out, and that way I can know before I buy it if they're gonna like it. They loved it. They didn't want us to send it back, so we ended up ordering one for the very next like holiday or whatever that was coming up. So that is one of the things we got for them for that Christmas. And a couple of other things that I don't have in here with me, but they do love. One is this dress up mini set. My daughter Bella, who is 3 years old, loves this so much, and she plays with it all the time. It is in her backpack. We're out on a little trip the other day, but it is amazing. And she literally will play with it for almost an hour of just dressing Minnie up and having her talk, and she'll talk to Minnie and like just constantly playing and like dressing her up for different things. And it is so cute, but pretty inexpensive, and she literally loves it. And it's like a bigger version of like a Polly Pocket kind of thing, where you can like play with them and do different things. But I love that it's not like tiny little pieces that I'm gonna get lost, or that are things that she can like put in her mouth and get choked on, because she still, even at 3, loves to chew on things. I don't know if it's my kid or what it is, but she loves to put things in her mouth. So I'm trying to have things that it's not gonna hurt her if she does end up putting it in her mouth. Hopefully not, but that is something just to be safe. That is something I prefer. One of the last 2 things that I wanted to talk about is one, this VTech easel. My girls love this, and it has little like light up things for working on tracing letters. They can do numbers. They can teach them to draw different things, or there's like free draw. You could also use dry erase markers on it, or you can flip it over and you can also use chalk on it. And it not only is an easel, but you can lay it down and make a table out of it. So it does a lot of different features, and it's seriously been well worth the money because my kids will play with it multiple times a week. I'll even put it in our playroom or put it in a separate little room, and Lucy can do quiet time with it, and she loves working on her letters and things and just kind of relaxing that way, and finds it so fascinating. So I love that it's kind of educational, but they have a little fun with it too, and so it's really cool. And so I've had to mention that of like, my kids love this, so hopefully this is something that your kids will love too. Last but not least, we have a few different pretend play things. Like we have this hair salon, we also have this nail salon, we have a small kitchen, we have a laundry set, but the one that gets the most use out of all of them is this grocery store. They love dooting things where you like go across the scanner, it goes doot. They're obsessed with that. Like they will go around and find things throughout the room to doot, and we are constantly buying groceries, restocking groceries. We're like, I feel like I'm like training them for their first job when they're a teenager. But it is just so cute and really a lot of fun. They have absolutely loved playing with this. We have had it since Lucy was just under 2, I think, and it has been such a toy that has went and moved through some of the phases even till now at 5. She is still loving it. So from like 1.5 to 5, it has been amazing and has really had a lot of longevity. She'll go through a few phases here and there where she's like, I don't want to play with the grocery store, but it lasts like maybe a week, and then they're right back to playing with the grocery store once again. So it's been a really neat toy, and I love having kind of the pretend play stuff so that they're using their imagination. The toys aren't doing the playing for them, and they actually like, they're working on interactions, and it's just a lot of fun. So absolutely love that for them. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope it gave you some good ideas. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to click that thumbs up button, red subscribe button. Would love to have you in my little internet fam here. And now that you've made it to the end, you are now part of my honorary end of the video club. So welcome. I'm glad you're part of the secret club now. But I would love to have you leave me a comment, include some Christmas emojis. That way I know you're part of the secret club since you have made it this far. That way I can see your comment. Give it a little heart and like. And then also I would love it if you would share your favorite Christmas tradition, favorite Christmas memory with your kids, maybe when they were younger. Maybe you're a grandparent now and you're shopping for grandkids, and like a favorite memory of when your kids were little. I would love to hear that. And it's also a great way of ideas, because it can be a little tough to know what you want to even have as a family tradition. So it's kind of cool to get some other ideas. So go ahead and drop your favorite family tradition with your kids in the comment section. Would love to hear all about it. But that is going to do it for today's video, and I will see you next time. Bye.